Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, May 2nd, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 519 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. GOP lawmaker charged for letting far-right rioters into Oregon state capitol. Chinese university plan causes security concerns in Hungary. 3 dead in shooting at Wisconsin casino hotel. New model home now open for spring parade in Northland's Cadence community. Texas special election, Republican Susan Wright advances to runoff in race for U.S. House seat, NBC News projects. And Korea warns U.S. of very grave situation over Biden speech. Body of reigning Mrs. Dallas pageant queen was found in lake, medical examiner reports. Susan Wright leads in tight race for open U.S. House seat in Texas. Bid to censure Romney for Trump impeachment votes fails. Why African countries back China against the West on human rights. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Colorado woman found dead near home from apparent bear attack, wildlife officials say, Fox News. SpaceX makes first nighttime splashdown with astronauts since 1968, The New York Times. As families bury their dead, recriminations begin over deadly crush at a religious festival in Israel, CNN. Police declared riot in downtown Portland on May Day, Cat 2. NFL Draft 2021 grades, analyzing every team's picks, Sports Illustrated. Wisconsin's shooting, 2 dead after incident at Oneida Casino near Green Bay, The Guardian. Andy Ruiz defeats Chris Arreola by unanimous decision, ESPN. UFC Vegas 25 bonuses, Yuri Prochaska double bonus winner for knockout of Dominic Reyes, MMA fighting. Indian court urges government action as hospitals cry help, Yahoo News. Warren Buffett says trading platforms like Robinhood encourage a gambling impulse, Fox Business. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Trump hints at Mar-a-Lago that biased Arizona recount could be road to White House. 2 dead, 1 seriously injured in targeted Oneida Nation casino shooting in Wisconsin. Giuliani raid netted 10 computers, phones in hunt for plot to oust U.S. envoy to Ukraine, report. California Democrats sharpen messaging against Newsom recall. More than 51,000 people, many without masks, attend Kentucky Derby. MRS, Doubtfire star Lisa Yakub expertly answers what happened to her question. Princess Charlotte celebrates turning 6 with adorable birthday portrait. Olympia Dukakis, Oscar-winning Moonstruck star, dies at 89. Gates probe expands from sex trafficking to cannabis and corruption. Missouri latest state to thwart voter-approved policies. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Missing autistic child found in pool. 5 fishermen rescued from burning vessel. Proposed bill would ban gender diversity training. Bus driver rescues toddler sitting alone in field. 81-year-old patient killed in ambulance crash. Catholic school teacher fired, charged. Woman on ventilator undergoes C-section birth. Family fights to change law to benefit people W Down syndrome. Deteriorating church causes road closure. SRNS uses silver to protect environment at river. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. India again breaks world record with over 400,000 cases. India, voting rights, Kentucky Derby, your weekend briefing. Garlic chicken with Quasaka sauce recipe. Apple and Epic head to court over their slices of the app pie. Modi's party is set to lose a key election, held under the cloud of COVID. How can the Olympics protect 78,000 volunteers from the coronavirus? Denied to season, some Ivy League athletes craft a baseball gap year. Clubhouse app creates space for open talk in Middle East. Why Kristi Noem is rising quickly as a Republican prospect for 2024. Mercedes EQS electric sedan, the S stands for stunning. The following headlines are from the 6th most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. NJ Police Department's Autism Awareness Project equips officers with sensory toolkits. Greg Laurie, Billy Graham's Crisis of Faith, how one moment of doubt solidified his commitment to God. Tennessee deck collapse, at least 11 injured, critically. Colorado woman found dead near home from apparent bear attack, wildlife officials say. Portland police declare riot, post photos of damage to buildings. North Korea vows to respond to Biden's hostile policy, report says. William and Kate release photo of Princess Charlotte for her 6th birthday. Massive sturgeon caught in Detroit River. Arizona crash kills 2, injures 5, including trooper. SpaceX returns 4 astronauts to Earth with first nighttime splashdown since 1968. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, May 2nd. The next headlines are from the 7th most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Stimulus check latest, will you get a 4th relief payment? The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Madeleine McCann suspect Christian Bruckner is to be with 2004 ape of Irish tour rep. Teenager, 17, dies of stab wounds after Ford Focus that was racing him to hospital crashed. Xbox gamer, 43, was found dead clutching his controller after all-night session. Dominic Raab rejects calls to speed up lockdown exit. Why China's bid to woo the world with vaccines is backfiring. On the home front, barrister is shocked after milk bottles in the garden turn out to be live bombs. Madeleine McCann's parents will never stop hoping of finding their daughter. Prince William kept in the dark about Noel Clarke's sex allegations. Prince Charles shares heartwarming childhood picture of him and Prince Philip. Dog napper was on the prowl weeks before PCSO Julia James was killed. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Fuel tankers catch fire, at least 10 hurt in Afghan capital. Vaccine campaign begins amid virus surge in rebel-held Syria. Iranian foreign minister apologizes for leaked comments. Looming showdown as Michigan governor orders Canadian pipeline shutdown. Indian states count votes as outbreak rages on, country sees record deaths. Roaring tanker fire kills 7, injures 14 in Afghan capital. Iran chemical factory catches fire near holy city of Qom. North Korea threatens response to Biden's hostile policy. Biden has had his dog days, now he'll join the club of cat people world leaders. Taliban warns of counterattacks as original May 1st deadline for U.S. troop withdrawal passes. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. SpaceX returns 4 astronauts to Earth in darkness. Rafe Spall, Madonna came up and started grinding me, a circle formed. Lily James, all sorts of people can become great loves of your life. Political chaos and poverty leave South America at virus's mercy. Act now to prevent oxygen shortage in COVID-hit countries, say campaigners. Biden and Xi talk of a clash of civilizations, but the real shared goal is dominance. Richard McGregor. Glacial lakes threaten millions with flooding as planet heats up. Havana syndrome, NSA officer's case hints at microwave attacks since 90s. Decline in U.S. COVID vaccinations presents new problem, how to shrink operations. Redirect harmful subsidies to benefit the planet, UN urges governments. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. 1 dead, 6 injured in late-night shooting near French Quarter in New Orleans. Medina Spirit gives Baffert record 7th Kentucky Derby win. 3 dead, 1 in critical condition after shooting at Oneida Casino. NASA SpaceX crew splash down in Gulf of Mexico, return home from International Space Station. Police, man to face murder, other charges in officer's death. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. India coronavirus, new record deaths as virus engulfs India. SpaceX International Space Station mission, nighttime splashdown for 4 astronauts. NASA astronauts splash land on Earth in SpaceX capsule after International Space Station mission. Kentucky Derby, Medina Spirit wins to give trainer Bob Baffert record 7th victory. Caitlyn Jenner opposes trans girls in women's sports as unfair. North Korea accuses Joe Biden of pursuing hostile policy over its nuclear program. How good news stories hide healthcare woes. Then and now, when silence descended over Victoria Falls. Lebanon Easter biscuit woes symbolize crumbling economy. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Crushing COVID left California with scars as it exits controversial shutdown. Wisconsin casino shooting leaves 3 dead, including suspect. Clashes in Berlin during May Day March. Meet Long Boy, a big, but not the biggest, duck that's become a superstar at the University of York. More than 90 people found in Texas home in what police called a human smuggling operation. Hundreds rally in D.C. for immigration reform. California fairgrounds ready for my grandchildren. Hospital fire kills 18 virus patients in India. Few options for Indians as U.S. restrictions loom. The day in pictures. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Granada Hills Charter High wins 8th academic decathlon. LA County reports 500 new coronavirus infections and 29 deaths as vaccinations build. Lawsuit alleges sex abuse by teacher at Hamilton High School. Turmoil shakes California National Guard with firing, suspension of top generals. Police break up fight outside fundraiser for Orange County DA in Costa Mesa. Op-ed, Eli Broad, leader for a city that doesn't want to be led. Phases of a reopened Disneyland after COVID-19 closures, ready to feel normal. Column, homeless and addicted, they hit bottom, now they're on the verge of breaking free. A guilty verdict in the Derek Chauvin trial, fans return to Dodger Stadium, and Jordan's water crisis 31 photos from April 2021. Column, Johnson & Johnson eroded trust in all COVID-19 vaccines, can it be rebuilt? We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. SpaceX returns 4 astronauts to Earth, rare night splashdown. Australians to be jailed or fined if they fly in from India. Egypt sends 30 tons of medical aid to coronavirus-ravaged India. Taliban overrun Afghan base, capture troops as U.S., NATO forces exit. COVID-19, 9 customs border workers fired after refusing jab. We are witnessing a crime against humanity, Arundhati Roy on India's COVID catastrophe. Navalny appears in court for first time since ending hunger strike, saying I'm just an awful skeleton. India, Australia clear to buy $4.3 billion in U.S. military gear. India's vaccine czar has left the country for the UK due to unprecedented threats. Sikh advocacy group says India blocked Canadian website to fund COVID-19 patients. Israel ordered 6 Palestinian families to leave their homes in Sheikh Jarrah on May 2 to make way for Jewish settlers. Exports from China's Xinjiang province to the U.S. on rise despite sanctions, surge 113% from a year earlier to $64.4 million. We're burning pyres all day, fears of cover-up as crematoriums record twice the number of COVID fatalities as official death toll. Amal Clooney files lawsuit against senior as enslaver in pursuit of elusive justice for Yazidis. The next headlines are from Forbes. Independent retailers must keep up shop small message as their best hope for post-COVID recovery. Tractor Supply, 11 million chickens and going strong. Caitlyn Jenner turned her back on trans kids to get Republican votes. CNN's Jim Acosta calls Fox News the Bulls' tea factory. Cleveland Browns successfully target defense and speed in NFL draft. Kentucky Derby 2021 results, Medina Spirit wins record 7th Kentucky Derby for trainer Bob Baffert, Mandaloun places, Hot Rod Charlie shows. The good, bad and ugly from the Green Bay Packers NFL draft. The 25 most popular shows on Netflix in 2021, update, May 1st. The 25 most popular movies on Netflix in 2021, update, May 1st. Warren Buffett's deputy calls Bitcoin disgusting and bad for civilization. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,702,530,514 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Rising Wolf, Ascendant, Review, an unwieldy mix of hostage drama and Y-style fantasy. Satyajit Ray, India marks centenary of cinema giant, but legacy has multiple interpretations. The Grammys nominating committees had to go, even if it means sacrificing some quality picks, column. Cher, Viola Davis and more pay tribute to Olympia Dukakis, an actor's actor. Warren Buffett hails Tim Cook, Charlie Munger calls big tech credit to civilization at Berkshire meeting. Olympia Dukakis, Oscar-winning Moonstruck actress, dies at 89. Nathan Young, actor who appeared in Star Trek and the A-Team, dies at 74. Noel Clarke, report filed to London police. Grammy chief Harvey Mason Jr. on the elimination of secret nomination committees, and what it means. Who director Mark Botter preps film about flamenco dancer turned Nazi killer exclusive. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Republican Susan Wright makes U.S. House runoff in Texas. Astronauts splash down in SpaceX Dragon capsule after 6 months in orbit. 2 killed in shooting at Wisconsin casino, gunmen slain. Moonstruck star Olympia Dukakis dead at 89. Can a social media boycott fight racism online? The English soccer world hopes so. Protesters gather across the world for May Day. Baffert does it again. Medina Spirit wins Kentucky Derby. NASA makes new plans for Ingenuity helicopter on Mars. How 26 people in the census count helped Minnesota beat New York for a House seat. Olympia Dukakis, Oscar-winning Moonstruck star, dies at 89. The following headlines are from the week. Medina Spirit wins Kentucky Derby, giving trainer Bob Baffert record 7th victory. Academy Award winner Olympia Dukakis dies at 89. GOP lawmakers reportedly think Liz Cheney may go down in a new leadership vote. Andrew Yang's nonprofit used metric that disadvantaged applicants from historically black colleges, records show. U.S. launches airstrike in response to failed Taliban rocket attack on day formal withdrawal begins. Obama not spared as Biden administration subtly criticizes previous North Korea strategies. India records 400,000 COVID-19 cases in a day for first time as surge worsens. 10 things you need to know today, May 1, 2021. D.C. statehood activist says Manchin's opposition shows flimsy understanding of the Constitution. What police reform requires. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Mid-latitude glaciers on Mars could supply water to human explorers. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, May 2nd. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Moon sweeps by Saturn and Jupiter May 3rd to 5th. May 2021 best month for Mercury after sunset. The next news is from Politico. How Washington changed in Biden's first 100 days. Texas 6th District Special Election live results. Vestager versus Cook, new Apple charges reignite old standoff. WHO lists Moderna vaccine for emergency use. Beam her up, Harris to chair the National Space Council. Yang describes himself as serial entrepreneur, but he often worked for someone else. Charlie Crist's bid for Florida governor faces early threats. Zillow blasts back at real estate startups antitrust suit. I got Obama'd. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australian readers saved Magical World of Bookshop, Maloof. As it happened AFL 2021, no crowd, no worries as West Coast beats Frea, Blues beat Dons, injured Demons take down Roos. Our best is good enough to beat anyone, Carlton eye off the Bulldogs. Curriculum plan deserves support, not a retread of the history wars. Flying Mullet Man from Minchinbury, Cheney an instant cult hero. Woman dragged beneath car driven by mother in Sydney South. Teen footballer in hospital as police investigate alleged assault during suburban match. Emissions targets could have been more ambitious but heading in right direction. Sad day for Blues as former bomber gets the last laugh. Victory fight back to draw with Mariners but Rue disallowed goal. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The Moneyist, I vow to fight for full custody of my kids. I married my wife thrice to bring her to the U.S. She surprised me with divorce. The Moneyist, my single brother-in-law wants my husband to sign over the family home, in case my husband dies first. Should I agree? The Moneyist, my wife makes $200K a year, but gives $700 a month, and $3,000 to her brother and mother to keep them in the good life. The Moneyist, my boyfriend agreed to go part-time to look after my teenage kids. I paid him $650 a month. We split up, now he's crying foul. The moneyest, my husband and I bought a $387K building with my parents. We sold it for nearly $1 million. We took care of it. Do we still split it 50-50? Outside the box. 9 ways to ruin your financial life in a hurry. Help me retire. I'm 52, won't live past 80 and have $1.6 million. I am tired of both the rat race and workplace politics. Should I retire? This man became financially independent at 36 and says the key to happiness is owning your own time. Bookwatch, before you move to a new town in retirement, check the local Walmart, and 5 other hard-learned lessons. Newswatch, stock market peak, easy money has been made but room for more gains, strategists say. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Joseph Turo, SHHHH, they're listening, inside the coming voice profiling revolution, Greensboro News and Record. 100 Reasons to Love Ray, his Professor Shwanku short stories, Livament. Intellectual property solutions to our COVID-19 woes, Inquirer.net. Meet 7 inventors who have made Florida a powerhouse of innovation, St. Pete Catalyst. University of Florida professor and alumna inducted into FL Inventor Hall of Fame, WCJB. 9 inventions that were the next big thing, but totally flopped, interesting engineering. The next headlines are from Quartz. India's crisis has Africa's COVID-19 vaccine drives scrambling. India's crisis hits Africa, malaria wins, Malawi's miracle island. India's vaccine czar has left the country for the UK due to unprecedented threats. The toll pandemic isolation took on me and my autistic son. How has the pandemic changed African workplaces? Weekend edition, How to Help India, Inspecting Base Camp, 22 Matrix. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. This week in Tech Dirt history, April 25th, May 1st. Anatomy of a bogus DMCA scan run by a plagiarizing website. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Mambasada clothing. LaMelo Ball. Andy Ruiz fight. Tenet. UFC Fight Night. Elon Musk SNL. Real Madrid vs Osasuna. Chelsea vs Fulham. Bob Baffert. Sam Ellinger. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. She don't like it downstairs, champ escapes huge upset in bloody brawl as fans hail fantastic advert for female boxing, video. Russia's foreign exchange reserves continue to rise despite sanctions and pandemic. SpaceX Crew Dragon brings 4 astronauts from ice, making first nighttime splashdown since 1968. Boxing star wanted by authorities over missing woman who was last seen at his home telling him she was pregnant with his baby. NIT, NBC, and WAPO retract claim that FBI warned Rudy Giuliani he was targeted by Russian influence operation. America's richest boosted their fortunes by $195 billion in Biden's first 100 days, media. 3 dead, including gunman, in Wisconsin casino shooting. Like 15 days to slow the spread, Fauci advises India to shut down country for a few weeks amid record COVID-19 surge. It just isn't fair, Caitlyn Jenner opposes biological boys competing in girls' sports. Biden administration picks Kamala Harris to head National Space Council, touts her as perfect person to lead U.S. space policy. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. China has a grand carbon neutrality target, but where is the plan? Guess who's testifying in Congress? U.S. troops must stay in Afghanistan forever? Neil Ferguson, how Ike's 1950s America beat the Asian flu with science and common sense. Biden unveils new strategy for North Korea and wants you to know it's not Trump's. Safe spaces are creating a generation of snowflake tyrants, Dr. Everett Piper. Massive Chinese rocket will make uncontrolled re-entry within days. Biden admin interfering in Mexico's efforts to block genetically modified corn. Senate intelligence leaders say mystery sonic weapon attacks on U.S. officials increasing. McConnell urges Biden administration to drop divisive, radical 1,619 project from grant programs. Bernie Sanders has won. Munger says millennials will have a hell of a time getting rich compared to our generation. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Afghanistan, roaring tanker fire kills 7, injures 14 in Kabul. India shows why we will all need COVID vaccine booster shots. Why the events in Jaffa of May 1, 1921 are important today. International Space Station astronauts splash down on SpaceX craft. India COVID crisis, we tried 15 hospitals before my mother died. India hits new grim record with 3,689 COVID-19 deaths in one day. Traveling the Middle East will be the easiest it's ever been. Australia's Perth dodges new lockdown, but imposes restrictions. Astronauts leave ice, begin return to Earth on SpaceX craft. Mounting desperation in Cambodia amid COVID lockdown. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Carville, wokeness is the politics of the faculty lounge, just idiotic. Antifa assaults small child, Seattle police during May Day riot, say cops. Mitt Romney booed during speech at Utah GOP convention. Coronavirus crackdown, judge orders Canadian church locked to prevent Sunday worship services. Community rallies around family of 5 after tragic house fire. GOP Murkowski challenger Kelly Chipaka, senator sucks up to CNN, supports radical Biden administration. Builders gift veteran injured in helicopter accident and his family a custom home, it means so much to us. Boston nanny accused of possessing, distributing child pornography. Candidate Caitlyn Jenner opposes trans biological boys competing in girls' sports, it just isn't fair. New Jersey science teacher suspended after calling George Floyd a criminal in profane rant. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Making contact, preparing for the new realities of extraterrestrial existence. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. Atheists respond to National Day of Prayer this week with action to feed the hungry and clean up litter. The reasons why 68% of Americans think their mom is the cool mom. Researchers create CRISPR on-off switch to control inherited genetic problems without changing DNA. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, May 2nd. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Man jumps off building in San Diego and kills woman walking below. A small village became the unlikely center of attention after a resident apparently took offense at erotic fiction in its mini library. Thousands flock to No More Lockdowns rodeo in rural Alberta. Worker enslaved at SC restaurant should get $546,000 from manager, court rules. I bought a fake COVID-19 vaccine card on Etsy. Inside the Tartarian Empire, the QAnon of architecture. Stephen Karanja, Kenyan anti-vaccine doctor dies from COVID-19. European towns remove traffic signs to make streets safer. Towns in Germany and the Netherlands are beginning to remove road signs in the hope of decongesting roads and making travel a less confusing experience. Florida man outraged after agreeing to mutant mosquito infestation. Pigs hammered to death at high welfare farm. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Scrivener 3 for Mac is finally here, and it's everything writers hoped it would be. With Lyft selling its self-driving division, the market will be dominated by a few rich companies. This first-of-its-kind smart wallet controls all your cryptocurrencies with your fingerprint. Scouring billions of links for 6 years showed us the web is both expanding and shrinking. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, May 2nd from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. Crew 1 astronauts safely splashed down after space station mission. Senator Bill Nelson's statement on National Space Council. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Utah Jazz defense is abysmal for 3 quarters, then brilliant in the 4th, which proves enough. The triple team, Bojan Bogdanovic scores efficiently, Trent Forrest makes contribution in Jazz vs Raptors. Leaders listened, treasured murals will stay in Manti Temple, Ephraim will get an LDS temple, too. Utah Republicans turn to the next generation for new party leadership. Utah GOP State Convention delegates defeat move to censure Senator Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney booed at raucous Utah GOP convention as speakers attack the Biden agenda. Photos, see what it looks like at the Republican State Convention. St. George 70.3 Ironman triathlon makes triumphant return. 3 former Bayou football players selected in 7th round of 2021 NFL draft. Man in custody after woman found shot to death in car. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Multiple people injured in Wisconsin casino shooting. St. Louis police officer dies 1 week after being indicted on domestic assault charges. St. Louis County issues endangered person advisory for 18-year-old man. 2 people arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails in St. Charles residential area, business. St. Louis organizations unite to bring COVID vaccines to Peabody housing community. Hidden Valley to open for summer zip tour, chairlift rides in June. Embattled program for troubled youth closes in Missouri. FEMA's mass vaccination efforts continue at the Dome at America's Center. 11 injured, 1 killed in multiple incidents Friday night and Saturday morning. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Vickle honors gas lamp shooting victims. FedEx shooting victims honored during memorial service at Lucas Oil Stadium. Taco Bell giving out free tacos on May 4th in celebration of Taco Moon. Snell gets first win with Padres, 6-2 over Giants. More than 3 million COVID-19 vaccines administered in San Diego County. Maya Milit's family celebrates her 40th birthday without her. Driver dies in crash after running red light in El Cajon. Falconer attacks Newsom over plan for shortened sentences. Fire in Shelter Valley forces hundreds to evacuate. May Day protesters march through downtown San Diego. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. The long shadow of Israel's arm in Europe. How a brutal assault led a woman to one of the CIA's most valuable Russian spies. FBI monitoring decreased in 2020 because of virus. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Hanwha Defense ready to offer new light tank to Indian Army. Russian heavy flame-throwing launcher crashes into guardrail. General Dynamics Land Systems demonstrates new guided missile carrier. Kosovo gets first Bastion armored personnel carriers from AM General. Saab submitted final offer for Finnish HX fighter procurement. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Arrests made at Oakland May Day demonstrations. Preparing for an early wildfire season. Jewelry store in San Francisco's Chinatown hid in smash and grab. Authorities, 2 killed in Wisconsin casino shooting. 1 hurt in Antioch dispensary shooting. Activists march where Mario Gonzalez died in police custody. 3 shootings in 1 week reported on HWI-4 in Contra Costa County. How the Warriors are honoring Gianna Bryant on her 15th birthday. Remembering Gianna Bryant on what would have been her 15th birthday. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Doncic leads Dallas against Sacramento after 20-assist game. Charlotte hosts conference foe Miami. Oklahoma City faces Phoenix on home skid. Plesac scheduled to start for Indians at White Sox. Mala scheduled to start for Cincinnati against Chicago. Conforto HR in 9th, questionable call helmet beat Phils. Introducing the Suburban Skyview, our new column of drone photography. Fans flock to Arlington Park for Track's likely final Derby day. Crash involving 8 cars in Riverwood sends 9 to hospital. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.8 m, depth 30.72 km, in Chile February 5, 2021, 6:57 UTC, 620,000 people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, China, Iran, Kazakhstan, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in China, India, Nepal. Drought is ongoing in Algeria, Libya, Tunisia. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, May 2nd in the Greenwich Mean Time time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Finally drying out later today, but it won't be dry for long. Travis Scott fans react to Astroworld return set for late 2021. Woman's body found in East Harris County ditch. Martina Spirit wins 147th Kentucky Derby. Olympia Dukakis, Oscar winner known for Moonstruck, Steel Magnolias, dies at 89. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq's son, announces commitment to Texas Southern University. The Houston area high school football stars to look for in next rounds of NFL draft. Cars stranded as floodwaters continue to rise on Sweeney streets. Tough time for tenders, chicken shortage looms because of increased demand, supply chain disruptions. NFL Draft 2021, what to know about players still available, picks, how to watch. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Belgian police detain 132 in virus restrictions protest. China's carrier group conducts exercises in South China Sea. Black candidate challenges political status quo in Spain. After 20 years, secret classic car museum opens to public. Snell gets first W with Padres, backed by Machado HR vs. Giants. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, Olympia Dukakis left us moonstruck. NYPD seek man who plowed SUV into bus driver during Brooklyn Street confrontation. More than a third of New Yorkers now fully vaccinated, Cuomo says. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Lots of glass flying, witness recalls horrifying crash that killed delivery person in Astoria. 4 victims crushed in deadly Israel stampede were New York and New Jersey residents. The misadventures of a Brooklyn tortoise and flock of sheep end on a happy note. Star Wars, Moonlight, coming to America and more free screenings coming to Queens Drive-In. Stringer loses progressive flank in fallout from sexual harassment allegations. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. A year later, COVID-19 continues to show the fragility of food security. COVID-19 vaccine equity in action in the Maldives, a UN resident coordinator blog. Online violence, weaponization of deeply rooted misogyny, sexism and abuse of power. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Olympia Dukakis, Oscar-winning Moonstruck star, dies at 89. Manson denies abuse allegations from actor Ezem Bianco. Did Linwood find Trump at White House and Biden missing? Is F9 feet the last Fast and the Furious film? Did Babe Ruth have Dominican ancestry? Virus hit Russia, reports 25% death increase in January-March. Is entire state of Connecticut offering free drink with proof of COVID-19 vaccine? Baseball's Jim Gentile received $5,000 bonus 50 years late. India launches effort to inoculate all adults against COVID. Did Joe Biden agree to marry Joe Biden after 5 proposals? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. When J. Paul Getty refused to pay his grandson's ransom. How the Puritans, yes, the Puritans, saw me through the pandemic. A stunning satire of grief and religion, with a Hitler cameo. OMG, I want to rent that house, Tuscany, Italy. A high-priced escorts and SFW exploration of sex and tech. Yellowstone is shooting paintballs at wolves and says it's for their own good. Biden's creeping newspeak is an assault on democracy. Billionaire is buying up small Colorado town, and locals are freaked. From papal gift to royal fertility charm, the insane story of Jesus' foreskin. Is rapper Blueface OnlyFans cult exploiting young women? The next headlines are from the New York Post. California mom charged with falsely accusing Latino couple of attempted kidnapping. Book festival cancels Harry Potter segment, citing J.K. Rowling's comments on gender. Storied Rangers-Islanders rivalry says goodbye to Coliseum. Giants-Georgia connection reunites Andrew Thomas, Aziza Jewelry. Jets 2 Michael Carters have already forged NFL draft bond, cool dude. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Ask Astro, what is the life cycle of a red dwarf star? You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Mars helicopter chalks up Ford's successful flight. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Oregon State Representative accused of opening state capitol faces misdemeanor charges. Multiple people shot at Green Bay Casino, scene secured. Woman found dead in Colorado after bear attack. Warren Buffett warns against trying to ride GameStop-like investing bubbles, it's not as easy as it sounds. Sikh man recounts vicious hate-fueled Brooklyn hammer attack, police release surveillance pictures of suspect. Monster fatberg, weighing over 300 tons, clogging English sewer. Canucks place forward Jake Verdon on leave following sexual misconduct allegation. Horse named after Breonna Taylor wins pro Kentucky Derby race at Churchill Downs. Man rescued after getting trapped in porta potty at Gettysburg by fallen tree. I believe her. NYC mayoral candidate Sean Donovan slams Scott Stringer over sex harassment claim. The following headlines are from military.com. Air Force PJ earns Heroism Award for treating 7 teammates after explosion in Afghanistan. Formal start of final phase of Afghan pullout by U.S., NATO. Don't leave us behind, Afghan interpreters urge U.S. Pentagon chief calls for new vision for American defense. Jury awards 3 Army veterans $7.10 and damages over defective 3M earplugs. Every grunt a swimmer, behind the Marine Corps new focus on water skills. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Motorist angered by yuppies with dogs, jumped curb, rammed woman at Logan Square picnic after allegedly yelling anti-Asian comments, said witnesses and officials. Body found in Douglas Park Lagoon on West Side. Former Joliet Catholic teacher accused of grooming, subject of warrant, was found at hospital, expected to turn himself in, police say. Man shoots another man in East Chatham, turns gun on himself in homicide-suicide, officials announce. Family of Anthony Alvarez marches through Portage Park to demand charges in fatal Chicago police shooting. He didn't deserve to get killed this way. DuPage County woman accused of dropping 5-year-old daughter off parking garage, prosecutors say. COVID-19 in Illinois by the numbers. Here's a daily update on cases, positivity rate and hospital data in your area. COVID-19 cases in Illinois by zip code. Search for your neighborhood. Where the coronavirus data stands in the U.S. and world, vaccinations, cases and deaths. Illinois COVID-19 vaccine tracker, 55,107 additional people fully vaccinated for a total of 4,086,376, 32.07% of the state's population including 69.98% of those over 65, 88,753 doses administered yesterday. The following headlines are from phys.org. 6.8 magnitude quake rattles northeast Japan, no tsunami risk. 3 ways to improve scholarly writing to get more citations. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, May 2nd, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. $10,000 tax break could complicate Biden spending plans. Kim wins Singapore LPGA tournament with final round 64. UIL, Cowell helps San Jose beat DC United 4-1. Leading off, Kluber goes for 100th win, NL rivalry simmer. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Word Game, May 2nd, 2021. Horoscopes May 2nd, 2021, Dwayne Johnson, Take the High Road. Bridge, May 2nd, 2021. Ask Amy, strangers comment on my appearance, and that's not okay. Dear Abby, I don't think their response to the death is healthy. Peaceful May Day protests followed by violence, arrests in Oakland. Padres strike early and late, offensive struggles a concern for SF Giants in series loss. Sharks coroner shines, but Colorado Avalanche sweeps 2-game series. Speed cameras may be coming to San Jose, Oakland, roadshow. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Schumer, NYC must restore around-the-clock subway service. At son's funeral, dad vows to start suicide prevention group. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Brazil seeks to hold Bolsonaro accountable for more than 400,000 COVID-19 deaths. An ICE informant, Me 13, and the long campaign to deport Walter Cruz Zavala. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Study finds up to 24% of esophagectomy patients can develop VTE postoperatively. Most mitral regurgitation patients treated with TEER will require surgery if treatment fails. Study, nurses' physical, mental health connected to preventable medical errors. Low-profile thoracic aortic endograft device reduces complications and expands patient pool. A glimmer of hope, new weapon in the fight against liver diseases. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. 21-year-old man fatally shot in Burnside, police. 1 killed, 1 critically hurt in Englewood shooting, police. Man fatally shot during fight in West Pullman, police. Horoscope for Sunday, May 2, 2021. Coach Rafael Wiki rips fire over second-half errors and loss to Red Bulls. Charges pending against driver who jumped curb, struck woman on Logan Boulevard, police. Palace Intrigue Episode 162, Pressures on Matt Notch. Person missing, 3 hurt, after boat capsizes in Lake Michigan near Indiana Harbor. 14-year-old boy shot in Grand Crossing. Bulls coach Billy Donovan not ducking criticism. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, May 2, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Houston Ballet returns in force and yes, Virginia, there is a nutcracker. The next headlines are about world records making news. Say to attempt ultra-marathon world record attempt in bid to assist small businesses, independent online. People set world record for most toilet seats broken by their heads, India Times. COVID-19, India again breaks world record with over 400,000 cases, The New York Times. Illinois pay teacher looks to set 100-mile world record treadmill run, KWQC, TV6. 97-year-old British Israeli earns Guinness record for world's oldest journalist, The Times of Israel. 4-year-old Qatar resident sets world record, MENAFNCOM. Sunderland man who beat COVID twice breaks his own Guinness World Record by 90 seconds, Sunderland Echo. A San Jose stylist is cutting hair at Everest Base Camp and breaking world records, The Mercury News. Buddha Buzz Weekly, Thai temple sets world record on Earth Day, tricycle. Turf world record holders and Arctic project gets a local boost, Grampian Online. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. California appeals court rules Amazon can be held liable for third-party sellers' faulty products. Netflix's Yesuk has a character issue that's bugging me. Polar bear grizzly hybrids, also known as grizzly bears, may be growing more common due to climate crisis. NASA suspends SpaceX's work on lunar lander until complaints over contract are resolved. Kumail Nanjiani and its director Andy Muschietti adapting the book The Doubtful Guest. CW's Naomi wows fans with Casey Wallfall and show's first official image. Broadband providers revolt against New York law that forces them to offer $15 and $20 plans. Legends of Tomorrow's Jess McAllen talks Ava Sharp stepping up and missing Sarah Lance. Weapons, ivory, and other items banned by Etsy still widely available on Marketplace, investigation finds. Netflix's Shadow and Bone adaptation is really good, according to Netflix. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Bernie in -Pinkani at 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at -99.76 degrees Fahrenheit or -73.2 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. 4 astronauts make first nighttime landing in the ocean since 1968. White House says Vice President Kamala Harris will chair the Space Council. What became of 2009's Left 4 Dead 2 boycott? Here's the inside story. An ambitious plan to tackle ransomware faces long odds. Ford's ever-smarter robots are speeding up the assembly line. The following headlines are from Raw Story. 7 shot in mass shooting at Wisconsin casino, report. GOP's Arizona audit could last weeks longer than expected, report. Watch, Jeanine Pirro got off to an awkward start, but quickly got back to lying about Joe Biden. Ivy Leaguer Ted Cruz attended Kentucky Derby, then told Fox News the GOP is a blue-collar party. Trainer Bob Baffert makes history as Medina Spirit wins 147th Kentucky Derby. GOP senator begs for spirit of forgiveness after insurrection, it's time to move on. Jim Acosta for the win, CNN anchor praised for calling out Fox News as a BS factory. Watch, Utah Republicans boo Mitt Romney, and blast him as a traitor and communist. Jim Acosta calls out Fox News as a dangerous BS factory, lies can kill. Mick Mulvaney goes on Newsmax to whine about the press, one day after it apologized for lying. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. As Alaska's glaciers disappear, so goes the rest of the planet's ice. New York Indian Point nuclear plant shuts down, ending an era. How PPP loan distribution became the new redlining. Newsmax issues retraction and apology for 2020 election coverage. Biden's number 2 pick for Interior has troubling energy industry ties. I thought my family in India was safe. Now, I'm terrified. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Dextromethadone effective in treatment of major depressive disorder, MD Magazine. Neuromorphic electronics headed toward human brain efficiency by Jayanina Buddha, PhD Dialogue and Discourse April, 2021, Medium. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, May 2nd, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.